talking to Ben, the drummer from GLORYHAMMER. How are you?
I'm very good. It's been a good day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the first thing I wanted to ask is how do you cope with being a band which is obviously split between two countries? How do you rehearse and get things together?
We don't rehearse, and I don't think we really get things together. I think it's pretty much how it's. To be honest, if you don't really care about messing everything up, then it's fine. We get away with it. Like, it's actually quite easy once if you're flying in. You know, we have to fly somewhere.
Yeah.
Flying from two different places is not really too difficult. So it's all right. Surprisingly all right.
So obviously, because you are multinational, what do you find is the differences between the British metal scene and then like other places like in Europe, for example?
It's very different. I always think I think that in Europe they're a bit more tolerant of theatricality.
Yeah.
I think in the UK people are more. There's this sort of underlying punk thing where you've got to be real.
Yeah.
Except for, of course, you're not, because you're choosing certain clothes. You're going playing a show on a big stage, and there's all this whole presentation. You can't admit that that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So in Europe, our kind of stupid theatrics is a bit more. Not that it's accepted more. It's just more normal. People don't raise eyebrows, whereas here we raise eyebrows. But because we're from here, we understand that that's how people are going to react. So it's like the joke part of it is designed to get that across, I guess.
Okay. So was it last year you released your most recent album? Yeah. How's that been going for you?
Seems to be good.
Yeah.
People seem to like it, I guess.
Yeah. So you've had a good reception on that.
Yeah.
Are you having any upcoming dates or anything that people should bear in mind?
Sorry?
Are you having any upcoming dates that people should?
Upcoming date? Well, if you happen to live in Hamburg.
We do have watches in Hamburg.
Well, okay. Well, then we're playing Hamburg Metal Days. I think it's the 23rd of September. I mean, if you happen to live in Hollywood, California, we're playing there on the 11th of September.
Okay.
And we're playing Prog Power USA in Atlanta as well. So it's all over the place.
Yeah, all over the place.
And the cruise, the Full Metal Cruise as well, which no, not that one, the other one, the one that leaves Hamburg and sails around. There's so many cruises.
Yeah.
There's like Prog Cruise, the Cheese Cruise,
several
barbecue cruise, barbecue and metal, barbecue and curry and metal. There's a lot to choose from. The cruise market is very crowded.
So for anyone who's not heard of you before, how would you describe your band in one word?
Oh, awful.
I don't think awful is a good word.
You didn't ask for a good word. It's a word. It's a space marine. That's really cool. Sorry, I know you can't see this, but there is a space marine over there. That's quite cool. No, how ridiculous. Okay, ridiculous has got better connotations. I think that covers everything, because it is really silly.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's a good thing.
So obviously with bands like Sabaton, who I guess are a little bit similar to you in what you perform, and they haven't taken to the UK as much as they maybe hoped. Do you find that you've got similar kind of experience?
It's different. Like power metal in the UK, there's not a lot of power metal bands. I think again, it's that problem I described, the theatrics. Like, some people are prepared to accept the theatrics, and so again, it's normal. It's like, why wouldn't I be watching this? And here everyone's like, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm not sure how I feel about dragons, and I don't know, maybe Game of Thrones and The Hobbit and stuff is gradually getting people a bit more nerdy. Like, nerdiness is not seen as quite such a terrible thing anymore. So I guess, provided, I mean, we allow people to laugh at it. It's completely acceptable. We're not doing this stuff that seriously. We want to make it good, you know, achieve our goals with it, but we don't necessarily want it to be, you know, if you laugh, that's fine. That's cool. It's completely acceptable to laugh. So I guess there's not that many bands doing that. Maybe that's part of it. But then again, if you're going to be like a thrash band and sing, well, thrash is more okay. I was thinking black metal. I couldn't be in a black metal band. Candles and stuff, and having to be serious all the time. You have to be serious backstage just to get ready for that. It must be tough. I feel for those guys. It must be a tough job.
So one last question, which I've started asking people, is what is your least favourite metal cliche?
Oh, that's a difficult question. Cliche. I think maybe just there's kind of a conservatism in metal. Like everything has to be Nobody likes anything that's slightly different.
Nobody likes everything. Everyone.
Well, it's not just that nobody likes everything. It's just that you can't have anything from outside metal creep in. Otherwise, it's not metal anymore. It's like the old new metal thing. I love all those bands. I thought that was great. It was different. It was fusion genre combining like hip hop and stuff like that. And people are a bit. If anything like that happens, which I think is a shame. I think it's not so much. It's not a cliche, but it's a thing. It's a trope, if you like.
So that's it. It was lovely talking to you, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Thank you.